Okay. It's too bad recording missed the splash screen. It's very PlayStation Vita, PlayStation TV-esque with the orbs. Anyway, I'm really bad at playing these classics on here because of the start and select being the touchpad. So yeah, Myst, Sunsoft, 1996, Cyan, Incorporated and Sun Corporation. 1996. Prognosis limited. Loading. It's an owl. Um, yeah, I've only watched people play this. I've never played it myself. And I know that's like blasphemy for as many adventure games as I'm fans of and whatnot, but in my age bracket. But I was not a PC gamer, and I'm still not. And I wasn't like a PlayStation 1 gamer either. Until like I got PlayStation 2, but I didn't really get any PlayStation 1 games.
Would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that star.
There's sound.
Which I had.
We're not getting the sound because I turned it right down.
I've tried to speculate where it might have
Narrative,
been.
exposition, you know.
Conjectures futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day leave mine is unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending is not yet written.
I muted my mic for the rest of that, but yeah, I usually keep my mic, keep the sound on the TV down because my mic sometimes picks it up. But yeah, I didn't play Myst. I was really a PC gamer and didn't get really into PlayStation 1 games. I planned to get Myst for 3DS, but I never did. I bought Myst from GOG ages ago. Oh, this demonstration mode. But yeah. This is the PlayStation 1 version, and it has trophies added to it, and Nick's watching me. Nick's helping me. I'm gonna get a picture of him. Hoping I could get him in the TV, but it's kind of hard because of the wanting to focus on, so I use my flash. Anyway, yeah, I love adventure games. My controller's been acting up though, so I'm kind of not sure how well this is gonna go because my joystick started acting up when I was playing Overwatch the other night. I'm just right now, if you're wondering what I'm doing. My boy is watching this cursor on the screen. So that's what I'm doing right now. I was hoping he would, you know, he's watching it, so that's what we're doing. I'll upload this as a YouTube video right now. But yeah, that's why we're not doing anything or clicking anywheres, because Nicholas Stumphy is going after the cursor, and he doesn't usually do things like this. Usually not interested in much TV. So I'm gonna go. Oh damn! Well, you didn't have to load the C. D there, bucko. Yeah. He's really interested in this. Okay, I think he's had enough. We'll stop now. Right now he's begging for treats. That's one of his main things. Yeah, we can go up there probably. Just keep an eye on this, because even when I went to stream, I had to like turn it off and turn it back on again. Because of the joystick wanted to go up. Like, I have a spare joystick I did buy. When I bought this, because they were really not having PlayStation 4 controllers in, so I did buy another one. But got a well or something, giving me Starship Titanic vibes. But yeah, I'm not good at you know, games like this without text and with push the button. Oh, we got stuff here. I don't know if it's gonna be playable. That like, you know, jolted up. The controller has been. Yeah, like, see? Try to use the joypad, but I didn't think controllers had like the issue that, you know, old you know, controllers had. GameCube, PlayStation, whatnot. I don't know. It's too annoying. I'm gonna like not do this tonight because I'll have to dig out my other one. Typography, extrusion test. I think that says 10 or 40. Water turbulent something 67. Marker switch diagram 47. Settings dimensional image. Now, Bucko, I'm playing this on a smaller TV. This game was like 2 gigs to download. And I know that's ridiculous for something that, you know, like of this age, especially with the PlayStation 1 port of it. Riven, fucking hell. Riven, I also bought Riven. Riven is fucked up. It was like almost 16 gigs. It's like, what the fuck do you expect me to do with, like, game that was for DOS, you know? But yeah, if this keeps it up, I'm not going to be able to play because it's really annoying me. Can I press this button? No. Go back outside. My helper left me. I know it gave me a streamer, but like it showed that I had someone watching. So I gotta remember to look it up. I don't know what's been going on with Tusky. It's not been giving a preview of my like channel icon now. It's just been doing like a big twitch. Oh, I got ModView is here. Stream Manager. Yeah, I updated Twitch today. Automod Q. Yeah, we don't... Let's put it this way. No one watches me anyway, usually. I am myself. So I am, you know... I don't expect anyone to appear. Just getting this set up. Just posting in the Stories from Soul thing. Didn't eat as much as I wanted to. I was gonna make some crap dinner before I started playing. I was like, oh, I should actually play first. I dumped the compost too. Just worried about, I got like lever. I'm worried about this is what's really irking me. I wonder if we can get to that crow's nest. But yeah, I'm not good at keeping like track of directions and stuff, like locational directions, I mean. So this isn't my type of game. It's so pretty though. No. No, that's not where we want to go, Bucko. You misinterpreted my instructions with this janky ass controller. Yeah, I started acting up right after I finished doing the I played some Overwatch Classic, and it was just like, let's completely act up. Oh, we got something here. Can I read this? Catherine, I've left you a message of utmost importance for our 4-chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours, Artis. Aris? I can't read that. It's really pixelated. Like, holy shit. I hit 1, and we hit a button. Oh, if you jumped up again, I swear to... No, no, go back. Go back. We wanted to turn the switchy switch on. Oh god, we've gone like really far out. I don't know where it thought I was going. Okay, I'll just go investigate this missile. Saw 3 switches now. Levers. But do they mean levers or do they mean switches? Oh. Oh well. It is what it is. Got a zip line, I think. Yeah, it's also giving me vibes of the oh, I played most of it. I didn't finish it. The one with the lasers. Oh, we got a red, green on? I don't know. Oh, what was it called? It wasn't Callisto Protocol, I know that. This is bugging me now. It was the one where you had, to, like, solve puzzles and, get, like, the laser to connect and stuff. But I got really far in it and I had to, like, make a choice from, like, the text box Satan, basically. And I was like, you know, like, there's only one save file, so I got too, choice anxious and didn't finish it. But, laser blocks. But, yeah, that's why I didn't. But apparently I got it for really cheap. Yeah, we're not really getting much with robot laser. It's like a simulation. I like let a cat free. What's in here? Got a boat, and we got from before, and a pool. And my leg's going to sleep from this angle I'm sitting at. Oh, we got a leaf. So we have. Oh, no! No, controller! Settle the hell down. I should have a notebook. Oh, come on. If this continues, I'm just gonna say fuck it. I can't do this. Go get my other one. Got a leaf. A leaf, an eye. I should have a notebook like Robot Spacer does when he plays things like this. And a cross. Almost violated the Geneva Convention there, though, for a moment. With, being a red cross. We got like an emu ostrich thing. So we got. I don't even know how to get back to where I was with that one switch. Because it like yeeted me really far away. No! Go. There we go. Okay.
Bring me a leg. I can't see. You don't have to that you must. I can bring.
So the bit of your color nozzles are going there, whatever they're called. For the CRT. I can't hear that at all. That's my problem. Okay. Got a map. Is that the map of the island? I'm not sure I can even play this on this because the TV is not that big, and to compensate for that, like being the older style, they've shrunk it down, like with a box around it. Tower rotation. Oh, it's a button. Well, that didn't sound good. Look at this side. Yeah. Oh god. That's a lot of pages. Okay. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey in a world very different from my previous adventures. And it was. The sky here is dark and grey, and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in a distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble, and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills which rose higher than the city. It's giving me, Future Boy Conan vibes. But you notice the JPEG compression, like it's stretched. Like, you get, what's that called? Some distortion on it, I can't remember the name of it. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post, expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for a friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only a lookout post remained. So it's kind of like, from Nadia, the Secret of Blue Water. Give me a moment, I'm plugging my controller in, that might help some. Maybe. It's low battery, it just gave me the flash on the screen. Only lookout post remained. The black ship sailed away. The man confined to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He has said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save the civilization and stop this enemy's plans of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun to work on a plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age. Yeah, we got that tower thing again that I have to click the button for. With my 2 sons, they have as of yet traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Avendon's dunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I am very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. That doesn't look good. It looks like a stairway with trap spikes coming out of it. It's been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world, except for the gray sky. For its gray sky. They detest the gray sky and tell me many times they wish the sky here were like the sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we'll be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Oh, the waiting for the enemy and the rising water and whatnot outpost reminds me of there was this really sad ass movie I watched on Tubi, where Tubi has a lot of weird ass sci-fi movies. It was they were on a barge ship thing, and they were trying to get supplies, and there was an enemy across the water that they were looking out for, and at the end of it, after the enemy and the person decided to just keep the world safe for the birds and whatnot, because they'd all been fighting and there was nothing left except for the natural creatures. Yeah, rising water level that the people experience after they attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography, and I began experimenting with on my visits to a premiere. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. Enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide significant protection for all of us. Yeah, that's that tower thing again. Got a track. Ooh, fuck. No, go back, controller. You're alright. Oh, fuck. Can I go back? Yeah, bugged out. Is it like Turkey, for fuck's sakes? The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. The last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that the blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. Have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe. I have begun. But first I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the tide. Catherine, who we get the little letter thing from War II, I can't remember. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident that the people here feel a heavier darkness is lifted from their shoulders. Okay. What else do we get here? I'm really getting annoyed at this controller. I'm gonna be completely honest. I call this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere there is only trees which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late, and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by a strange noise coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people. Oh, fuck. Come on, Bucko, you can do it. Heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As I walked, I began to notice that the waters below were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to tranquilly clear. I was so intrigued in the water, I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing to the ladder led us to their village, which was about 10 meters above the water. It could only be reached by rope ladders that stretched from the lower paths to the village level, approximately halfway up to the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than the had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human, at least to some extent he appeared human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what surprise, shortly thereafter I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. I don't know why the the color changed. Yeah, this is reminding me of like Stargate, Stargate SG-1, traveling to different worlds and civilizations. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble, but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He has himself told me that he had not spoken our own language in ages. I attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly, some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. Yeah, there's a lot of degrading here. Well, things changed. One day things changed. The rumbling began and quickly grew to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of humans died that day, not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. Humans who lived through the catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I am not sure. This is a story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. This island must have stopped on its own, yet the old man believes in the truth of the story, as if he had been there. And the tree dwellers worshipped him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and sleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They knelt before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a progression down the nearest rope. Ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen on the lower level walkway and carried it away. He was laying down at the dead end of the short pier-like structure. With useless potion, one of the creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As the strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason the water no longer shifts color. As I wander through the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon, so that I may learn more from them. Just checking something. It's bugging me that I can't remember the name of that game. The graphics It reminded me of. I have so many games I got for on PlayStation Plus. Which I saw, so you learn more from them. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I look forward to how Cirrus and Ashinar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind as expected. Catherine, you're a party pooper. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that I will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. Just checking something. Problem is I played it like 2018, so it's kind of like, ugh. There's a lot of games. I gotta finish Erica too. Talos Principle. Talos Principle. That's the game that was reminding me of. There's apparently a sequel coming out. I got it for really cheap. Apparently it's usually like 90 some bucks or so, and I got it for like $9 because it was on like a 95% sale. I'm happy. Apparently there's a deluxe edition too. Anyway, I'm happy now. It's bugging me. I can't, when I'm tired, I'm really bad at names. Or if I'm drunk, I'm really bad at names. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Asmodean age. Cirrus has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warn the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith that they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that the Pram and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Choctic. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Cirrus and Akchanar here. See Everdunes journal for more information. After watching Cirrus and Akchanar, I see that they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them and Channelwood again, and for a little longer. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but happy that Cirrus and Akchanar are staying behind. Oh, it's got fucking magenta here now. I have been gone for over 3 days and have been to many places. I had to tell Cirrus and Ashinar about Pran's death today, and they were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Cirrus and Ashinar to leave Channelwood and for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems that they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and I remind of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks, and insisting that I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black I thought they were to various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had a sense of humor. Even now, I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. That's why it's been changing colors. We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and it also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I will have to think over the request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine! Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready to travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. Hi, little boy. My boy came back. Oh, they got more. It's about 40 minutes from his pill time, and I gave him some treats before I sat down, too, and oh, my poor boy. Yeah, I got like a Alan Wake looking hut there. I guess that's it. Okay, we got more stuff here. This one's blue. Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the Rocks, because that's what they were. A group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This is where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks, as it was never too far of a distance. One day, another person appeared on the rocks. For no apparent reason to Emmett, Emmett named this person Branch. Emmett and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together often. Emmett showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon, Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. That doesn't sound fun, but I'm kind of scared of deep ocean. Because of Echo the Dolphin, it's like traumatized me. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north, cooling the area down. On one day, while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett to find out what to call the new boy. Emmett said the boy should be called Will. Will was soon a part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed the perfect world. At least that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was strange to me, but the three boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree, one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. We're going to sleep tonight. I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change to their world. They didn't understand. Not that I expected them to. Still not fully understand what happened that day. I was experimenting with the art, testing its limits on the rules as dictated to me by Father. I attempted to create a boat, riding it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Is it the same boat with the crow's nest? And broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers to a few of the questions my father had never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoying it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They had played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. It's a lamp. The nights are absolutely beautiful. Here I have made note and have named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also, during the night I catch glimmers of light from the horizon, which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I'd rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. But did, like, Emmett just, erupt fully formed? The rain today has slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened by the heavier rains, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Probably your fucking fault, bucko. Regardless, I have decided to return home for a short while. I have also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I hope that perhaps with a shining bright light towards the horizon, it might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. Or it could, like, get, like, an enemy to come and they'll, like, slaughter the boys. This would be curious about the light and travel to this. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover the source, if they have the means. I return with many tools and I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I have decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time. Let the world's own imagination have control. Yeah. No, they're not like a sim lot, you know. You can't just go to a different one and let them, like, fuck around and then come back and check on them, buddy. I don't like this person very much, to be honest. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems not to be as secure as I would like. I have had to alter my plans slightly, but these alterations pose me no real problem. It's another lamp. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. So you're making them fucking work for you? I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. Lighthouse is finished and we are all proud of our creation. Boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening, I have too much cat now in front of the TV. That evening, we powered up the generator. Much of the boys dread at first and shine a great light in the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the... Like, what are you generating with? Like, what fuel source? To the top of the lighthouse, and in the morning awoke to observe the sunrise without it being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat, where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far from the girl, and was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art, that will have more profound impact on this world than I could have ever written. I think this age is a gift to myself that I will wrap up and open someday in the future. Ugh, God, this person's tedious. Only discovered that has changed so much that indeed it is a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits me. Seems I'm going to need some way to travel under water in this new age, and so much planning is in order. Yeah, this person's annoying. They're like playing God with people, and I don't like them. It's been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. As upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years, and that the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content and have been serving with me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It even seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition and looks as if they have tried their very best to keep it so. Yet I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 80 centimeters. 40 or 30 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. It's an anchor. And it's an eye. And a snake. We did see an eye. Oh, we got a cross, and we got a spider, so there's probably what's on those, like, CRTs on the trees out there. We got an arrow, and we got the emu, and we got a leaf. A blank page. Anything on here? No. Oh, doing it again. Okay, we looked at the green and that and the one below. It's been a while since I have heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly, I think. For some reason, I do not feel altogether welcome in this new world in which I have arrived. But how could I be unwelcome in an age with no inhabitants? It's of course only in my head. The world is very beautiful, but I think I have yet to write in a journal that an age I have linked to is horrid or disgusting. From the grassy hill where I am standing, I can see green fields below, along with a few scattered forests. A rather large lake looms some distance from where I am standing, yet the water's blue can be seen plainly from here. The air is fresh, and the sky is sparkling with white clouds. It is absolutely breathtaking, and yet that strange feeling again. Perhaps it is the hot breeze that continues to blow from the north, hotter than I would have imagined. It almost singes my skin, and I feel quite uncomfortable when it comes. I will try to ignore it. I'm pretty sure you're just like ignoring a warning to leave. Night's almost arrived, and sunset is spectacular. Oranges and reds have settled upon the western horizon. Though night has come, the horizon still glows red long past the sunset. Dark reds flow from the horizon and blend into the black sky. Again, the feeling, and I am beginning to believe, it is not all in my mind. I must sleep now. I will need my strength to explore more tomorrow. I've had to return home due to unpredictable natural occurrence more frightening than I have ever experienced. Good. I was awakened by a terrible shaking on the ground, explosions on all sides of me. Gigantic balls of fire were falling from the sky, and I immediately left for fear for my life. I must remember to bring a Myst linking book with me when I return in case the one left here has been destroyed or damaged. I have returned to a different world than the one I left only 3 months ago. It has been transformed into a barren desert land with only gigantic craters scattered across the land to provide variety. Strangely enough, the small grassy hill where I spent my first night remains exactly the way I found it. Apparently falling meteors did not hit the area, leaving it an oasis in the midst of this horrible desolation. The hot wind, I remember, has turned into a rather pleasant breeze, which is at least one improvement. I fear it is the only improvement. The magnificent lake I saw on my first visit is now completely dried up. However, another lake now exists and appears to be quite a bit larger. I assume when the falling meteors created this lake, and due to its circular shape and the jutting rock that grows out in the center of the lake. The rest of this world seems like desert, although I will verify the statement with closer inspection. Though this world has little visual excitement to offer, it offers much to the ears. Sounds constantly flow through my ears, and I have found where a few of them originate. Seems, as Catherine says, I do find beauty in everything. Last night I was awakened by a horrible hissing. I was sweating, and the heat was so intense that I immediately dipped my head in a nearby stream to cool it down. Hot breezes had returned, along with a low roar from the ground. I walked a short distance to observe some red flames shooting up from there. Suddenly the earth began to crack, and a huge chasm opened. I wouldn't trust water near volcanoes, especially after that fucking movie that traumatized me when I was little. I think I was like 8 when I saw it on TV. Oh. The chasm continued to grow until it was far too wide to cross, and the tumult subsided, leaving only a dull roar. I have decided, however, I can use the chasm to my advantage. Perhaps the heat from the chasm can be harnessed. Even as the chasm has ripped into the surface of this world, it has opened up a whole new world to explore. Although uncomfortably hot, I found it possible to reach a cave in the chasm that had been created, and I have now explored deep into the crust of this planet. I have found a vast underground cave system that will take many years to map and explore. I will also look for a safer way to reach the underground than through the chasm wall. This age seems to change on its own, so I feel like I should leave here and see if things are different when I return. It's also important that I check on Cirrus and Actionar and make sure that everything is going along well. When I return, I'll hope to bring back some tools I will need for my plans to explore the underground. The abundance of raw materials here is beginning to amaze me. Yeah, he just comes in like places and fucks with stuff and just decides how he can use a place. I've returned with some of the complex tools I knew I would be needing. I assumed I would have to return for more basic materials. However, it seems as though I will be able to find everything I need here. Of course, iron is abundant, but I have also found titanium occurring naturally. I am all the more excited to begin work. Everything is set, and I look forward to tomorrow. My raw materials are all here. I think I'll be able to have most of my additions to this age completed with 1 year. I still love working with my hands whenever writing or building. I begin today on the bridge, and L's cloven's all scratched out. The leg rod will work well, and I have decided 3 meters is not enough to support from the beams, although amazingly strong. Oh, there's that rocket ship. To be one of the most prized inventions, I am extremely only have imagined it come together. I doubt I could possibly work with 14 instead of 8. Oops. Completely fatigued, I am so happy to have completed it. Tomorrow I am leaving today in order to bring back Sirius and Actioner. I have left them alone in Channelwood. I believe that they will enjoy all there is to see here. The age seemed to have stabilized. The meteor set up a period of volcanic. Oh. Mostly doing this because of the control. I'm going to have to look online, see if there's a way to fix this. It's reminding me of the old drifts you'd have, if you turned a controller on or plugged it in when you were, or turned a system on when you had it at an angle on the joysticks. Imagine to come together. I doubt. Possibly 14 to 8. And the age seems to stabilize. I believe meters set off a period of volcanic activity pierced into the shallow crust, but tremors have become few. I've just noticed that large amounts of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages which I wrote over the last 18 months. Fortunately, I have copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, but I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions can be answered. Oh, we got a trophy, a tale for the ages, and it's silver. And it's probably ultra rare because this game just came out yesterday. With trophies. Feeling that many of my questions can be answered in another age, which I hope to travel soon. But for now, I must simply accept this world's mysteries and take pride in my accomplishments. And then there's a piano, which reminds me of that puzzle from that game. There was a one you were in a house, and it had that guy that was a head on a biplane, and bugging me now. It had a lot of celebrities. And it was really hard puzzles and celebrities and trippy graphics. Oh, got something that looks almost like Tamriel. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, this one's charred. That's charred. Rended asunder, kind of reminded me of Loom, when the riff opened up. I'm pretty sure we got nothing. I looked at this one. This one was about the, I guess that's not it. This one, we had the rock one, and the boat one, and the one with the channel wood. And we had the one about, the enemy coming back. Well, I guess that's it for there. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can fix this. If not, I'll have to give up, because this is really pissing me off. Oh, we got another book. Okay, I think I need to put the page in there. Brown.